And I can't get enough of you, baby. Can you get enough of me? Can't get enough.
Met my first non-binary person today. I did. I was the person behind the counter. We were just discussing things, and I noticed that they had blue hair. Now, blue hair is, I think, a defining characteristic to someone who might be non-binary. I said, "What are your pronouns?" Because they find it respectful if you do that. They, them. And correct me if I'm wrong, but that to me signifies to me that they are 100% full non-binary. Yeah, I said to them, I go by she, her. And you know what? I was so nonchalant about it. And they really do feel validated by that. You'd have been so proud of me. I was just so unbothered by it. I was so accepting of that person in that moment. I gotta tell everybody at church about this. You know, I'm so grateful I had this experience. I didn't misgender her once. Damn!
Strike the pose.
Maybe I can cover the end like that.
Yeah. Yeah, can you feel what we did before? Yeah.
Look around, everywhere you turn is heartache. It's everywhere that you go. You try everything you can to escape the pain of life that you know. All else fails and you know.
You put it in C major. If I put it in C major, it's gonna sound awful by the bridge. I agree. There's too much dissonance. Wait. There's 4 codas and a legato at the end of the 8th bar. Then there's a high H flat. Hang on. Diminish the octave, then take it up to F. It's a demented 6th. Not if you put it in J minor. What's the time signature at? 3/28. Hang on. Allegro the staccato, then adagio the glissando. There's a spagliato. With Prosecco in it. My name's Cheryl Morton, and I don't have a lot of time. You're not from around here, are you? I know a stranger when I see one. Trust me, you don't want to know this stranger. You got a lot of secrets. I can tell. Secrets don't matter anymore. What do you mean anymore? It doesn't matter if I've done bad things in my past. It doesn't make me a bad person. I've always been a good person. He's gone, Cheryl. And he's never coming back. Why would he not want to come back? Why? You tell me. You can't expect me to wait forever. You're the peacekeeper, aren't you? So what are you? Sadist or the masochist? If you had any understanding of knowing why I am the way that I am, you wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't. You don't owe me anything. What you owe is to yourself, and that's everything. If you could go back in time and change the past, would you? For today's photo shoot, you are all going to portray different types of pests. Wow. Eva, you are going to be a ferret.
Wow.
Yes. Yes. Yvonne, a slug. Sick. Karen, a moth.
All right.
No way. Haley, a weasel.
Wow. Wow.
Jerry, you are going to be a naked mole rat, which you are going to be doing in the nude. How do you feel about that?
I can do it. You got this.
You got this. You? And James? If you could only let me explain. It's perfectly clear. Neither of us could be wedded to a sodomist.
Elizabeth? Grace? I do hope we're treating our guests with dignity and respect.
Of course, Aunt Elspeth.
Your dearest papa has just invited a rather special guest to join us for supper this evening. He's rather a peculiar job. A railroad tycoon. Mr. Tobias McGrath.
I hope I'm not interrupting anything, Elizabeth. Grace? Mr. McGrath, it's such a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I've heard splendid things. It is nice seeing you. The last time you were here at Triton House, Bertie was still alive. Who's Bertie? Our brother. He was the heir to this estate 6 years ago, until his life was cut tragically short. He was poisoned, and the culprit was never found. May God rest his soul. Ah, yes, I remember now. He was engaged to Patricia Carter, wasn't he? 'Twas a shame the wedding would have been so... Wait a minute. Tobias, weren't you engaged to Patricia? Of course not. Forgive me, it was so long ago, but... I think I remember hearing something. That was just a rumour circulating the papers. This was before Patricia fled to America. Yes, I could have sworn the two of you were betrothed. We were never affianced. It was you, wasn't it? You poisoned Bertie so you could be with Patricia, didn't you? You murdered our brother.
What kind of dating apps do you guys use? All of them. Why? Oh, I don't do the apps. I plan on meeting someone the organic way. Oh, unpasteurized? See, this is why I use Bumble. The women make the first move. Why do I have to say hi to every guy I match with? When I got the apps, I went from screwing one guy a week to 3. You sound like an infomercial. What's your go-to? Well, that depends on what I want. Bumble's for the men in finance. Hinge is for the models. Okay, Cupid's for the divorced men, and Plenty of Fish are for my backups. And what about Tinder? Tinder's for when the backups cancel. I saw big on Hinge. But hey, I didn't match with them. I just kept scrolling along. Good.
To swipe or not to swipe? That is the question. Sure, the apps can help accelerate the dating process, but at what cost? When it comes to online dating, do we cast a wide net because there are plenty of fish in the sea? Or do we hold back? I couldn't help but wonder, does a match always lead to a spark?
And the nominees for Best Actress in a Motion Picture are Paloma Diamond, The Remedy.
I can't fix this. That's what I'm talking about. Do you think I want the kids to go through this? I don't.
Lorelei Lynch, The Last Train Home.
They came from the edge of the water. They told me where they were hiding. It was a dark room.
Jane Faraway, Matchstick Playground. You thought I didn't know about this? Sweetie, I've known about it longer than you've been alive. Justina Sorgan, Awake, Alone, and Aware on the Streets of Topeka, Kansas. Only the VIPs come up here. Are you a VIP? You sure look like one. Taylor Witherfork, Hail.
My God, please. Please, God. Get away from me. Get away. I didn't deserve this.
Women in today's society will scorn you for every mistake you make. One must not render oneself such atrocities. There is a sacred reverence to the art of small talk, and is not to be mistaken for idle prattle. Adhere to the customs of the high court, and your presence shall be duly cherished. Remember that all those who deviate from the standard believe they are a novel anomaly of the changing times. Yet this only exemplifies their credulity. One must be inspired by the traditions and cordiality of the past, for this is of paramount importance. But above all, it is the greatest virtue of propriety.
Someone needs to give Lord Blakesley some tea.
Oh, indulge me.
He's had a skinful of brandy this evening.
When I was in the drawing room, I saw him give Lady Ingrid a wink.
Ugh. He's behaving abominably.
And when Papa told him off, do you know what he did?
What?
He rolled his eyes.
He needn't act so petulant. And he's always cavorting about with Lord Hewitt. Oh, here they are now. Put these away. It's rather amusing.
What? What is it? Primrose? Primrose? Tell me. Primrose, you will tell me this instant. What? Who?
Lord Blakesley and Lord Hewitt.
Are they not just good friends?
Perhaps, but one could only imagine.
What? Primrose?
They are definitely not friends.
It's a letter from Cynthia McCarver. She's throwing a ball tomorrow eve and has invited us to attend. A ball? With the Cynthia McCarver? Good gracious. What will I wear? The silk or the satin? Oh, I have to plan this thoroughly. You will not be going. What? But Aunt Ingrid, I have to attend! Have to do anything. After your misbehavior in the park, I forbid it. No, I will go and say that you are unwell. I refuse to be locked up in this house like a prisoner. I will go. No, you won't. Because if you do, I will write a letter to the Hudson Journal detailing of your relations with Mr. Rochester. A debutante with a stable boy, my. Wouldn't that make a remarkable story? You wouldn't dare. Well, if that's the only way to get you to obey, then I will bend over backwards, my dear. Be sure to remember that the next time you try and test me. You may start little battles, Evelyn, but I wage wars. So I was the original Voldemort in Harry Potter, and Ralph Fiennes called me and he was just desperate to play the part. So I gave it to him. But this is the costume that I wore to one of the auditions. My original interpretation of Voldemort was that he was more of a demon rather than a dark wizard. So it was more like, everything more like that. I'm slightly disappointed. It wasn't the view I wanted. Originally, we had ordered a superior deluxe suite, and this is just a deluxe. But that's okay. I don't hold it against my assistant for making the mistake of ruining my entire vacation. But that's okay. We don't hold it against her. But it'll have to do. But that's fine. That's fine.